What is the plight right now of Christians inside Syria with this fighting going on?
Well, thank you very much for your concern. The situation of Christians is also of all people and inhabitants of Syria. If we speak about Christians, especially where we have about 450,000 who are displaced inside Syria or outside Syria, more than about 1,000 killed, priests, bishops, kidnapped, and wounded, and children without school, and many people in very, very bitter poverty.
Are Christians specifically being targeted by any groups? Are they being hit specifically?
Well, let us say yes and no. I can say like that. Mostly, our people, our citizens who are with us since years and centuries, I don't think they are targeting and doing any harm to us. Our problem is the people who are not Syrian and the very extremist people, salafists and fundamentalists, and people coming from abroad, and soldiers coming from abroad, from Europe, from East, West, and so on. Those are who are making this trouble, and especially, I can say, the big chaos in all Syria for everybody. So that in every place you can be safe, in every place you are in problem, in danger to be killed, to be slaughtered, to be kidnapped, and so on.
So do you have concerns for Christians in Syria if the tide of war turns in the favor of some of the people you're talking about?
Well, we are in a very big danger. Now we have example of many places where the Christian was kicked up and displaced. Crac de Chevalier in the north, in Aleppo, in Homs, in Qusay, in Rabli, now in Malula, and so on. We have many, Daraya, my own country. Because all these Harasta, all these villages are now empty of Christians, displaced, or inside or outside Syria. So the most vulnerable group and part of the Syrian population are the Christians. They are few. They are without arms. They don't like to be armed, and so they are also put as instrument between groups there and there. This is the big danger for Christians, and so any escalation of the situation now is really the biggest danger for us in first place, the Christians. Example, exactly today, yesterday, this is the 5th of this month, 5th, 6th, and 7th today, a tragedy, a slaughtering, kidnapping, killed, blood, monasteries empty since months, crosses taken away from the dome of the churches.
You're talking about in Malula.
In Malula, people now, I heard immediately, I got now a telephone from there. Many people are killed. The blood in the streets. People are hidden in all the grottos where they used to hid themselves in the strategy. Again, we have this very dangerous situation.
Let's get to the current events right now, and that is the possibility of a U.S. military strike against Syria. What is your feeling about that?
Well, if you like, I would like to address now in a very special way my dear brothers, sisters, brothers in USA, Christians, in a very special way, and also Christians in the whole world, if you like, to preserve Christian presence, as it was from the first beginning, 2,000 years we are here. If you like us to go out, continue and give a strike. If you like Christians to stay, please make peace. I beg the Congress people and the Christians in USA, please, we are your sisters, brothers. We are who can keep the real heritage of Christianity in the very, very place of the birthplace, Palestine and Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, are holy places where the Christianity was born. If you like to have more killing, more victims, we are the first to be killed. Therefore, we are, and with all our patriarchs, my brothers and bishops, and all bishop conferences in the world, we are against any attack, any new strike from any side, and especially from USA against Syria. It is not, it can't be limited, seriously. It is impossible to have a limited strike. Strike is strike, and you will see in the first place Christians leaving the country, but where to go? Iraq no place, Lebanon no place, Palestine forbidden, Jordan also. Where to go? It means the destruction and the end of the Christian presence in the Middle East. And it will be sad to say in the history to write America, this country who is working and fighting for liberty, as you did in the first history of America, you are now put in the history those who finished the Christian presence in the Middle East. We pray that this will not happen.
Those are strong words. I mean, the U.S. says it has to act because of the use of chemical weapons, seen as a very dangerous and outlawed weapon in the field.
The Holy Father gave the answer. Violence cannot steal violence. War cannot end war. And weapons cannot end weapons. You know, weapons can come from heaven, from every place. So it is foolish, excuse me to say, and it's barbarian now in the century to think that you can win with war with weapons. You know, everybody has weapons. From all sides you can have weapons. Therefore, I appeal America in with big love, with big trust. Please, not to go to France, Germany, England, to convince them to be with you, but go all you Americans and Europeans to Geneva second, and you know who are the bandits and who is the opposition. We have no thing about opposition. We are Syrians, but the others are not Syrians and are not opposition. Therefore, I ask USA, please don't strike. The Holy Father sent you, America, and the whole world, and also in Russia, in Petersburg, no violence, no war, peace, peace. This is also our appeal from this country, from this church here, St. Elias, who was really the man of peace, of bringing people together, and who was the man of zeal for God and for the peace. Please be not war maker. Please, I hope you will be peacemaker.
Is that a message you would send to Bashar al-Assad as well? As he has in the past been a defender of your people, but he has been accused of a lot of bloodshed in the last 2.5 years against his own people.
All hands are full of blood. Everybody is responsible. We don't like to put responsibility on one side or other side. We are all responsible. And today is not the time to ask who is responsible. It is time to finish. Like Solomon said, it is time for war and it is time for peace. It is too late to ask who is responsible. We know all of us, and America knows very, very well who is responsible. And I think he knows better than we know. And therefore, I ask America to do peace and not to make war. And we will be together now in the evening. I am going now to Damascus, and I will preside the prayer in our cathedral with all bishops and Christians and also Muslims to pray together for peace and for better future for our young generation. They are asking us to prepare for them a better future and to prepare for the Christians a better situation to continue to fulfill their role as salt, light in the world.